All right. Hi, very good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm back with another session that's going to help us with our English proficiency. Today we're going to be discussing 25 words that can actually add to our daily speak quite a bit. So when you're giving your interviews, your group discussions, you're partaking in them, these words are actually going to give the other person quite a nice impression, right? So try and use them. Allow me to quickly introduce myself before I delve into the lesson, though. I am Prankur Arora, uh, and on this particular channel, on CAT4MBA, I've been taking verbal ability and reading comprehension lessons for quite a while. I've been a trainer, I've been a coach when it comes to different aspects of communication for quite a long time now. I've even consulted with organizations such as Marico, ITC, Interglobe. Interglobe is the parent organization for Indigo Airlines. Becton Dickinson, quite a lot of companies on different aspects of communication. I'm a published author as well, so that gives me quite a lot of uh, credibility when it comes to our English proficiency. Okie dokie then, right? Okie dokie, everybody. I've got something very super duper for you because we are going to get to the nitty gritty of reduplication. Exactly, that's what we're going to be studying today, reduplication. So, it is a very complicated linguistic term for something very simple in the English language. Now, some of you might be thinking this guy is speaking a lot of mumbo jumbo, right? Trust me, this is not mumbo jumbo. This isn't nonsense. This isn't just tittle tattle. These are useful English words used every day by fluent speakers. They just they just sound a bit funny. That's all. They just sound a bit funny. So chop chop, everybody, and don't dilly dally because I promise you, you like it and it'll boost your vocabulary significantly. And to round it all up, it's easy peasy, right? So I'm hoping you've got some semblance of what I'm doing right now, right? So reduplication is a complicated English term for something very simple. It's a linguistic term for something very simple. So you can clearly see what we are trying to do is we are reduplicating the words. We are reduplicating the words. So sometimes, uh, you use another word so that it sounds similar to the first one, and you just, basically just for example, you'd have heard of a term such as arty farty. Who is an arty farty? An arty farty is a person who's, very posh and very interested in the arts, right? That guy, he visits the museums on a daily basis. He buys quite a lot of artwork. Plus, he's got that, that very flamboyant aura. He's an arty farty, right? So you can see that here the second word sounds very similar to the first one, just that there's a little tweak, right? Uh, a more common term that you might have heard of is willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. Again, sounds similar to the first one, right? Willy-nilly is when we're doing something without any planning. You know what? I was hoping that these guys would have had the entire trip charted out, but we ended up wasting a lot of time because everybody started doing their own stuff willy-nilly, right? Uh, a very funny term, but a really cool term is higgledy-piggledy. Higgledy-piggledy. Higgledy-piggledy is when things are structured in a very disorderly manner. You know what? The library, even though it has quite a lot of books, but it's very confusing because everything is so higgledy-piggledy, right? Teeny weeny, teeny weeny. When do we use teeny weeny? For example, man, I'm so sorry I got into a fight with you that day. I was just a teeny weeny drunk, No, man, you were not teeny weeny drunk. You downed 4 pints of beer. That is not teeny, or nor neither is it weeny, right? So teeny weeny is when you're trying to say just a slight amount. right? Some of you might have girlfriends who take you to see quite a lot of chick flicks. Now, mind you, chick is a colloquial term to refer to girls, but it is sometimes used in a very condescending fashion as well. So do be careful when you're using this. The chick flick is something that, again, it's a very sexist way of saying it, but movies that are more appreciated by girls than by guys. Right? For example, you know what? I wanted to go watch Rambo 13, but my girlfriend wanted to watch Love Actually. I thought it would be a chick flick, but it was a very insightful film nonetheless. Topsy turvy. Sorry, this might not be visible to you guys because of my face. Let me write it down someplace else. Right, topsy turvy. You know what? When I was preparing for CAT, I thought, if I function, if I prepare with persistence, and I follow a disciplined routine, that the road would be easy, but it was a really topsy turvy road, right? So you're getting some semblance of what topsy turvy means, right? It means something that is, again, a roller coaster ride, topsy turvy, right? Uh, Again, there are easier reduplicative words such as no no. No no means no, right? You know what? My sister thought that we would just go to the mall, buy a few clothes, and have a nice dinner. But my mom was, you know what? This is a big no no. You're not doing it. Study first and then try and think about all these plans. So, a no no means something that is a big no, right? So, we say a no no. Hush hush. Hush hush is again very simple. Hush hush. Baby's sleeping. Don't argue loudly. Hush hush. Walk in a hush hush fashion. Speak in a hush hush fashion. Right? So, you're getting what I'm trying to get at? Right? Sometimes instead of saying good night, you can just say night night. Oh, I'm a bit tired. Night night, everybody. Right? So instead of saying good night, you can say night night. Uh, Haha. Now, this haha is used in a very sarcastic fashion, right? So, this haha is used in a very sarcastic fashion. It is not the normal ha 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 ha. This haha is sarcastic, right? Oh, he thought he'd pull one over me, but you know what? We know what happened. He has his face in the gutter now. Haha. Right. So haha is sarcastic. Right. Goody goody. A goody goody is somebody who is, who always follows the rules, who is always, you know, the who's always playing inside the lines. There's no gray area when it comes to their personal or professional lives. Try as you might to get that guy to drink a little bit, to bunk a few classes once in a while just to enjoy life, mind you, but he's such a goody goody, right? So guys, let me give you another example. Wishy washy is another example for this. Okay, so what is wishy washy? Wishy washy is when we're trying to say that things are, a little haywire. That's what wishy washy is. Um, let me elaborate this with an example, right? Uh, you know what? If you've got to succeed, if you've got to get a promotion from your boss, you cannot be wishy washy with your work. You cannot be wishy washy. Try as you might, you have to be strong, you have to be consistent, you can't be ineffectual. So wishy washy is when you're trying to say that, you know you're not having any sort of effect, right? So wishy-washy is ineffectual, right? So these are a few terms that you can add to your daily speak. These are a few terms then that you can start making use of. Uh, and what you can do is, guys, just look up reduplication on Google. Look up a few phrases. These, as you can see, they sound a little funny, but they are amazing if you incorporate them in your daily conversation. All right. So this is pretty much the lesson for today. Allow me to tell you a little bit about some of our top achievers for CAT 2020. These are all Unacademy subscribers, as you can see. These are a few batches that we are launching nowadays. Right? Look up these educators. You can start learning from them for free. Enroll in for their special classes. Learn from them. See whether you'd want to enroll in their batches or not. And we run the Unacademy Combat every second Sunday, right? Today's Unacademy Combat, mind you, was from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But the next one you can unlock using my name, right? And add to your calendar. Just look it up and add to your calendar. The next Unacademy Combat will be out soon. You stand to win great Amazon vouchers or Unacademy subscription packages if you perform well, right? So that this was Prankur Arora with another English proficiency video on the CAT4MBA channel. Thank you so much for tuning in.